Number is dropping. Yes, number. They are messing with my live. Number is dropping, so it's okay. Even if they mess with the live, we are going to go ahead with the show, record it, and we'll put it on Facebook. We'll put it on YouTube. So guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel too, so you cannot, so you don't miss the programs. Subscribe to YouTube. Because a lot of people, it's hard for them to find the lives on Facebook. So if you follow me on YouTube, I'll post the link for YouTube. Follow on YouTube. You can find all the videos there. Because Facebook, the page is being lost. A lot of people can't see the page. So it's a problem, guys. Otherwise, before we get started, I'll just play this song. Hello, Mamandi Live. Welcome, welcome. Good evening, greeting you in the time zone. So today, topic today is mainly the aftershock of the Haimbe tragedy. It's a tragedy, you know, we have to deal with it. You know, all of us went live and said a lot of things, but now reality has sunk in, you know. And welcome. I'm putting a number there. Please, today you can call in. I'm putting a number to call in by popular demand. So the number is there. I'll pin it. You can call in. I'll let you know when to call in. I think calling in is safer because they can't track you. So we will start a call in. I'm going to do my presentation and feel free to call in. And then let me pin the number there. Yes, so I've pinned the number there. Feel free to call in after I do my presentation. Yes, so welcome, welcome guys. It's safer for us to call in. If you join in via Facebook, they are tracking people using their Facebook accounts. So it is safer if you just call in. I have pinned the number there and we'll be able to call in today. Let's talk about what has happened. The Haimbe tragedy is really sad. Very terrible experience. You know, whichever way you look at it, is just a sad turn of events. So I'm just going to get started here and let me share in my WhatsApp groups. Can you please invite people as well? Because what I'm about to share is very important and people need to be aware. People need to be aware what is going on. A lot of people, they are scared to say the truth. So some of us, we are here without fear or favor. So we are going to say things as they are. Yes, we are going to call it out. We are going to call a spade a spade. Exactly. So people have to deal with it. Yeah. People just need to deal with the truth. We are here and I'm going to call a spade a spade. Excuse me, I'm sharing. That's why my attention is divided. But I'll be done sharing in a minute and then we can get started. I want people to be aware what's going on. And yeah, there is a lot of information which is hidden. You know, a lot of people, they don't want to, they are, all of a sudden people are mute. You know, we have experts who are specialized in these cases, but they are mute, you know. We have lawyers who should be guiding the nation. As this scandal broke, the lawyers should have come in and guided the nation and give us information, what needs to be done, and just guided the nation in this tragic moment of the double murder-suicide deaths. But people are quiet. Why are they quiet? So then we have lay people like myself coming to talk about things we are not experts, but we can research because all the information is online. So let's share and invite people and share information so people know what is really going on. Because there's a lot of confusion. I see people saying a lot of crazy things, like that's a private matter and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm just going to say some facts here that we all need to deal with. And Zambia as a country, we need to focus on being honest and truthful and honest, truthful, transparent, immorality and integrity in our behaviors. Sorry guys, I'm multitasking. That's why I'm just done posting in my groups and then I'll start in a bit. Yeah. Okay, now I can concentrate. So welcome. Full attention to the show. So I'm done sharing. I hope you're sharing as well. Now, I come here as an aftershock, you know, aftershock of dealing with everything that happened. We lost 2 young people. A couple died. The husband killed the wife and he took his own life, which is very sad. So as you know, they're censoring pages, so the page reach is limited. But the thing is, we are recording this, and then after the show is over, we can share in our groups, or you can share now in your groups, WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups. Share and also watch the video on YouTube. Follow my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Africa and Beyond. Let me paste the link. You can be watching it there. I usually post the videos on YouTube. Yes, so you can catch up on missed up shows, because we share information without fear or favor. I know there is a lot of fear in Zambia. People right now, they are scared to speak. Even lawyers are mute. And we understand. We understand the fear in the people, because this is a high-profile case. It's a high-profile case, guys. A minister of justice, and at the same time, the minister involved holds 2 portfolios. He's a minister of justice and also acting minister of foreign affairs. But then, as you all know, Zambia is in a police state. Everyone is intimidated and everyone is scared to speak. So now it's even worse that we have a case which is involving the Minister of Justice himself. This case is involving the Minister of Justice himself. So it's a high-profile case, and people, they don't want to go there. Some of them are fearing for their jobs. You know, they are sending people. Once you say anything, they can send their cadres to you. The praise singers will be on your case. And you are seeing what is happening. You saw the priest who was summoned the other day for just saying that people are complaining about hunger. And the police summoned the Catholic priest a few days ago. So we are living in a police state. Okay, so we are 100, so we can start. Share, guys. Now, what I want to say here today is we are dealing with the aftershocks of this tragic death of a young couple, a man and wife, perished. Now, I want to bring some facts here. One, as you know, me, I'm a human rights consultant. I am certified. And I want to tell you that the right to life is the most important human right, meaning that every person deserves to live. No one should kill any person for whatever reason. So number one, we should establish that a life is the most important human right. And then number two, if you are killed, any death is a public issue. There is no such thing like a death is a private matter. No. That's why every country has a department of registrar. They register when you are born, they register, and when you die, they register. When you die, they issue a death certificate and they put the cause of death. And if the cause of death is suspicious, the police come in and start investigating. So I want to fact check praise singers. You are a government of educated people. Please do not mislead the country. Do not pick and choose when to apply the law. Zambia is a democracy. Zambia is a civilized society. When someone is born or someone dies, that's a public record. And I'm emphasizing, when someone dies, there is a death certificate. And the cause of death is indicated on that death certificate. If it's a natural cause of death, then the police must come in and investigate. Now, these two people, young couple, they died from unnatural causes. One was suicide, one was murder. So that being the case, the police have to start investigating this case. Now, it is almost going to 5 days. I have not seen a summon to Haimbe to start questioning him on the events that led to the death of these two people. Now, there is a petition which is going around to say Haimbe must step down or must be fired, which is why every well-meaning Zambian should sign that petition, because this minister is a minister of justice. If he stays in office when this case is going on, there will be no justice for the families of the deceased. This is the highest office where we are supposed to regulate court cases. So how can this minister stay in office when he is a suspect in the death of those two people? Causing murder or suicide is a crime. So Haimbe is a suspect and Zambia police must start investigation. So that's point number one. Point number two, there is a child involved. Now, we don't know if it is child or not, but then on moral grounds, I think Haimbe should take responsibility of that child, because he's in the center of these two deaths. And he can do it as a goodwill to help the woman whom he knew and who died because of him. So as a man, I think Haimbe should continue supporting the child that has been left behind. That's number two. And then I already talked about that Haimbe holds the two key cabinet positions. Now, since Haimbe holds two key cabinet positions, the president must fire Haimbe. He must fire him, and these are the reasons why the president must fire Haimbe. The president must fire Haimbe because he must show respect of the law and allow justice for the grieving families as enshrined in our constitution. I already said, if you are a cause for a suicide or a murder, the police have to start investigations. In this case, Haimbe must be investigated and his name cleared. Now, how is the police going to investigate him if he is the Minister of Justice? How can the investigations be free and fair if the Minister of Justice is still in office? So that's point number one, why the president must fire Haimbe. Point number two, the president must fire Haimbe to show the world that he will not interfere with the rule of law and stand by his words. The president always says, if you commit a crime, you are on your own and the rule of law must prevail. So the president has always said this. So the test has come already. Last week or 2 weeks ago, the minister or the member of parliament for Mambilima, Jinch Senga, honorable, was suspended because she called the president a liar. So now, a situation has come where a minister of foreign affairs and the minister of justice is embroiled in a double death situation. Is at the center. So the president, here is a test. You suspended a young girl for calling you a liar. So prove yourself. This, you know what? You don't play with God. But president, you don't play with God. Because you suspended Jinch Senga saying that you are not a liar. So an opportunity, not even more than 2 weeks, you are faced with a challenge to prove yourself that you are not a liar. Because the president always says the rule of law must prevail. The president always says the rule of law must prevail. That's number 2. Number 1. Number 2, the president always says, if you commit a crime, you are on your own. So, let the president fire Haimbe. Chakosa shan nyukumuchita fire Haimbe. Because the president, you are always saying the rule of law must prevail. Now, this is a minister who's holding the highest office in the land. You must fire him so that you walk your talk. Mamona. We want the president to fire Haimbe to show that he means what he says. Many times the president is always saying, you know, if you commit a crime, you're on your own. The rule of law must prevail. So, point number 2. That is that. To let him fire Haimbe. Let him also prove that he is a man of his word. Again, you disciplined Jinch Senga for saying that you are a liar. So, if you are not a liar, Saba President, walk your talk. Fire Haimbe. He is at the center of a murder tragedy. He is a number 1 suspect in a murder. And because the right to life is a number 1 human right. If someone dies from unnatural causes, there must be an investigation. So if anything, if you don't want to fire him, you can put him on forced leave pending investigations until he's cleared. Because there is no way there is going to be fair investigation if the person who is the Minister of Justice is the main suspect. How do you expect these wings, police, the judges, to rule fairly when the main suspect is the Minister of Justice? That's why the president needs to relieve Haimbe of his duties and let the law take its course. We don't want an obstruction of justice. We don't want selective application of the law. This is a test. You discipline Jinch Senga for saying that you are a liar. So now prove that you are not a liar. Walk your talk about president. No one is insulting here. The situation has come. The president must also come publicly and condemn the misconduct of Haimbe and ministers involved in shoddy scandals, putting his government to shame and our country to shame. These are international scandals. So the president cannot be quiet when his Minister of Justice is involved in the deaths of 2 people. Mwetua was another person not long ago. His name came up in a death of a certain man. Not long ago, the Minister of Foreign Affairs resigned because he was involved in a corruption scandal. I think the man, that Kakubo, was more respectable because Kakubo's resignation did not even involve losing life, did not involve blood. There was no blood involved. Kakubo's case, there was no blood spilled, but he resigned. So, Haimbe na imwe. If you have any sense of integrity or morality, you should resign. Because the blood has been spilled. People have died. Yes. Mr. Hakainde Ichilema, your presidents are putting your government to shame and our country to shame. I can say this. It's very shameful what's happening. And you continuing having that man as your minister with no disciplinary action, I think we are going to day 5 or day 6, is even more shameful to the whole country and to the whole world at large. This is your Minister of Justice. It is a shame. And I also want a DNA to be conducted. DNA must be conducted on that child. And if the child is Haimbe's child, I'm not going to call him honorable, sorry, because there's nothing honorable about his behavior. He was sleeping with somebody's wife. He is married, he leaves his wife at home, goes to sleep with another man's wife. There's nothing honorable about that. I am Tonga too. There is impali. Honorable men take second wives. Honorable men, they marry a wife officially. You don't go and start sleeping with another man's wife. That is immorality. That is disgraceful. You have no integrity. And it's a shame on you. And I will not call you honorable. Because I come from a Tonga tribe. My uncles right now, they have 3-4 wives. They go in a decent manner and and marry other wives. They don't go sleeping around with a young man's wife until now the young man was so desperate he ended up taking his life. He was threatened. We don't know what happened. You are the Minister of Justice. Do you think even the young man could have reported you to police? You are the second most powerful man in the country. You are the Minister of Foreign Affairs. You are second to the president. So you are direct cause. You are #1 suspect in this death. You are the second most powerful man, and then you are there in this scandal with his wife. What did you expect the young man to do? I don't say he did the right thing, but what I'm saying is this young man was put under pressure because he was facing with he had a case. He had a case with the second most powerful man in the country. Do you think he could have gone to police? And the police would have taken any action? No. So, the West has come to the West. Now, my last point, I'm advising the family members that they get a DNA. They need a DNA of this child. So, the DNA is important for 2 reasons. One, that child is young. I hear the child is 8 months. The child needs a father to support them. Now, we don't know if it's your child or not by Haimbe, but even if it's not your child, you are the cause of the death of the mother and the father. So you should support that child. For the rest, as long as you live, you should support that child. Even in your will, if you were to die tomorrow, make sure if you have a will by Haimbe, include that child in your will. Because you are the reason that child has died. The parents have died. The other reason why I want a DNA is to justice of the parents of Lishebo and Valerie. Lishebo's parents lost a son. Lishebo committed suicide because of what was going on between his wife and Haimbe. So, if the DNA proves that this is Haimbe's child, then Lishebo's family should sue Haimbe for the life of Lishebo. Yes. So, Haimbe, your legal troubles are just starting. Yes. Tag Lishebo's family. Lishebo's family need to push for the DNA for the child. And when they get the DNA results, let them go and sue Haimbe for the life of their son. Because they've lost a young man due to Haimbe messing around with his wife. And to the second side of the story, Valerie, the woman who was murdered, the parents have lost a young, beautiful daughter, killed by her husband because of Haimbe. So the parents of Valerie too must sue Haimbe for causing the death of their daughter. Haimbe if the DNA becomes positive for that child, he will go in for double murder. Direct cause. Yes. I'm not a lawyer here. I'm a lawyer now, Babela. You lawyers, why aren't you coming to talk here? Zambia opposition irindwi. This case is as much as a political, much as a family. It is a crime, homicide, whatever, but it's also political because the people who are involved, they are politicians. And the president has always been preaching rule of law, rule of law. If you commit a crime, you are on your own. Okay, but president, walk your talk today. To me, money. Fire your minister. Why haven't you fired Haimbe by a church? Why haven't you fired Haimbe? Why? Is there everything? No, but we are going to prove. The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching, and God in heaven is watching. Most importantly, God in heaven is watching. Because when you are blowing your trumpet, God always sends a situation for you to prove that the music you are playing, you can dance to it. Yes, for lack of better words. When you blow your horn, God always sends a situation to test you. Insalu na machine vira. Rule of law, rule of law. I'm a problem ya isa. Munamankati, your right hand men are facing serious legal charges, moral charges, integrity. It's not only about morality here. It's crime central. It's not even about morality. It is a crime to cause some death to somebody. You have to investigate each other. What are the events that happened before the person died? Before the person murdered somebody and they commit suicide? What are the events that happened? This is why we need the president to suspend Haimbe since he won't. Since Haimbe won't step down on his own, like Kakubo, the president needs to suspend Haimbe to pave way for investigations. Yes. I've said it, guys, and I'm done talking. If you want to call, the number is there. The phone lines are open. The number is there. It's a WhatsApp number. I was listening to the other day to Tayali say, this UPND minister, he went and got somebody's wife from Sesheka, I don't know, Senanga. They are buying people's wives. Are we short of women for you people to be going after people's wives? It is a shame. Shame on you. A rule of law, you are always insulting, Pano. You call me a PF slave queen. I've never been a PF myself, let alone a slave queen. You call me a slave queen. You are busy going after people's wives. Tamuwan Sony. Aba nakashu wingi Muzambia at least bakole baseka nefi pat. At least wa PF bale akuba ichi abashakwa tabalume. Ba PF bale fa afyo tukashana. Imo mwa mkula fa ba mukabene. There was a case. Haimbe na ena. Sheke na kwena. They are grabbing people's marriages. It is a shame on you. What a legacy by UPND. What a legacy. You are not only failing to run the country, the economy, you are failing in your morals and integrity. In your personal lives, you are disasters. All of you, by UPND, in your personal lives, my time bomb. Because if somebody who has two high portfolios, Minister of Justice, Minister of Foreign Affairs, what time do they do? Do they have to do work? What time do these people have to do work if they are busy chasing after people's wives. Eh? Now you see why when we say that apale for balechita muma office. Mwashininksha. Somebody having 2 key ministries has a wife and entertaining somebody's wife to a point there is a baby involved. And I also hear, I don't know if this is true or not, it's speculation. And I'm talking all this because everything is on public domain. Everything is on public domain. That's why Tuleland. And the president need to walk his talk. But President Wahaka Indesa, you need to walk your talk. Rule of law idikwisa. Rule of law. Where is the rule of law? Bahaka inde tulelolela. We need you to fire this minister, as you say. If you commit a crime, you're on your own. Tefe balanda ba president. So because we know that umundunga afwa, that's a public record. A lot of praise singers, they are so ignorant. The praise singers, they are so ignorant, it's irritating. It's a private matter. Who told you that in fire moon to the private matter? Okay, nangutawasa common sense. Don't you know that in fire moon is a public affair? You don't know that, but praise singer? It is a shame. Anyway, I'm done talking, guys. Up and now, the ball is in the court of the president. Yes. The ball is in the court of the president to do the right thing. Yeah, he need to come out in the shell of Sylvia. The president need to come out in the shell and address the situation. But Oscar Mpombo, good to see you. Yes. Nimukano bako kwele, you know, lesatafa olufiengo. God is a God of justice. God is a God of justice. Mwamfwa. Aba, ba UPND, bali kwa tolufiengo, olubisanelo wamona kwa chibali chenjila. No, but God will be exposing them. You cannot do selective application. Meanwhile, your hands are in the cookie jar. Your hands are in the cookie jar. God will be exposing you every day. All of you by UPND muishibe. Because na mkwatolu fiengo. But your hands are in the cookie jar. Kuchule fianga bantu if your hands are clean. So, Apaba praise singer, lesson number 1 by praise singer, a death is never a private matter. A death is a public matter. Because the human right number 1 is the right to life. Every human being deserves to live. Immediately they are born. Even immediately you conceive a child, that child deserves a right to life. That's why some countries, they are even implementing anti-abortion laws because of their right to life. Immediately you conceive somebody, why mitafie fumo mwana uria? Nga wafialo muntu wambo kwenda mwana. So, nga wafialo afie, there is a birth record. Date, afia dikwide, what is today's date? April 9, 2024. Date of death, April Chakut. It's a public record. And because it's a right to life, a life is a right to life. Umuntu nga afwa pa death certificate, they must disclose the reason of the death. If it's unnatural causes, then an investigation has to start. Now we have all seen that gruesome scene in that house where those 2 young couple died. Ali for Mukashana. If you have not seen the video, it is there. Myself, I will not circulate it, but look for it. The video is there. The girl was killed in a terrible manner. There was anger. If you are muy paya once, na no mwini paya. So, cause number one suspect mumfoi ni nani ni Haimbe. So Haimbe better step down on moral grounds. Step down by Haimbe. One papata. Make the job easier for the president. It's not fair. Look at what Kakubo did. Kakubo taipe na bantu. He made it easier for the president. I'm going to tag Haimbe. Ngamwalimu ishiwa Haimbe. Mumutu minefe phone mumwebe ukwebati. Haimbe uline mirandu iwe. Step down and make the job easier for the president. Step down. Because number one, you are the Minister of Justice. So how can the case be free and fair when you are sitting there as a Minister of Justice and you are the center of a double deaths? There will be justice. There will be no justice served. So it is in your own interest, if you are really a Minister of Justice, to step down so that the law can take its course. I'm done, guys. Never ring my comments. Yes. So this Haimbe, let him do the president a favor by stepping down. But Haimbe, you not stepping down. You are putting unnecessary pressure on YHH. Elo imwe ba pressing. Amule kokula tote fia upuba. Mukalika YHH wakafwena BP. You are going to kill HH from blood pressure because tamu from ema pressing. Mulele tama problems muchalo. Uyo Haimbe fio alechita YHH wakobali. Pak chumule support fia upuba. Imwe mama pressing anomba mishaute. Muka leka ba HH bakafwena BP kubupuba bwenu mama pressing mulalumba nefya bupuba. Ayi case yakho ebafye uya Haimbe ngani blue wenu mwamuteka punch. Ukweba Haimbe, this is not looking good. The best you can do is step down and allow investigations to continue. And then when your name is clear, it will even be easy for you to come back. Nombe fifile chikamwe bantu bakwade samuke paisha bakainde. You are going to kill the president from high blood pressure. It is not fair. It's a big letdown. How does HH feel right now? HH wale umfashani right now. After giving you 2 positions, is this a thank you can give somebody? HH wakupela utuma minister, utupoto tubili. Waya ingira muma scandal. Aya kapela makufi. A scandal of the centuries. It's a disappointment. You praise singers need to think logically. I don't know how you think. This is a police case. It's not even a political case. No, it is a police case. Look at the facts the way I've outlined them and advise Haimbe accordingly. Right now, the best thing is for Haimbe to step down and relieve pressure on your HH because HH could blood pressure. If I want to say today, if you HH, that is trust. HH trusted this young man to the moon and back. It means somebody trusts you. So now HH is thinking he needs to find somebody, Minister of Justice, and also find somebody, Foreign Affairs. It's a blow on the presidency. If you don't know, now let us be real. The implication of this thing is big, guys. Because the president trusted Haimbe. There is nothing honorable about a man leaving his wife. Ashaba kashibako munganda ayana mkulala mkamwini. Nina ndahayati ndi mutonga balope mpali. Bahaimbe nga barefo okupe mpali nga badiri opafye omwana kashuumbi. Not messing with somebody's wife. That is some bullshit. Excuse my French. And I'm going to end here. Ile nkanyo kuchita ada bantu. Yeah. I'm going to wrap it up, read a few comments, and then we go. But the thing is, you know what? These ministers of HH, they are going to kill him from blood pressure. Mwawata disappointed by HH. Powerful. You know what? Apapena, I would say, I'm just being honest here, that HH, to his people, is a good president. Like, he's a good president to his people. He protects them. Mamona. Opo tuambili okulanda ti HH fire your minister, fire this one. But HH tabatamfi apo nangu muntu umwenchito. He's good to his people. No, but his people are letting him down. Ama ministers babo are the ones who are letting HH down. Eh? So mule umfaba HH opo bale ikele, bale umfashani. You know? HH has built a name is well. Muzambia muli ama problems. Omo tuleru na ba HH. But internationally, once they sing praises of HH. Champions League, he was also elected the best president in Africa and whatnot. They're giving HH all these accolades. But then he has these ministers who are like little kids running around in a candy store. Every time is a scandal. But HH ingabapiribuka fyoku minister di muskandwe uyu elected number mwe wantu bakwale samkhaleka mkepa ya ba HH. And my last words here is, if you know Haimbe, tell Haimbe to step down and save HH the trouble. So that HH now ambe fyokfwaya who to put ku fine ku foreign affairs na ku justice. Yes. Yep. Let me just read the comments before I go. But that's that, guys. If we're here, we are here to talk without fear or favor. You know?